is a day for truth. The world needs to know what happened and to know what he stands for. That kind of power is very dangerous.
Black and blue. God versus man. Day versus night.
Let them be crushed.
Cut, we don't do.
Give him slack!
Well done, Taylor.
Azatum. Throw.
What happened to this place?
A new power threatens to destroy our city.
That don't look like a fair fight.
You are ugly, but you are beautiful. You will fight for us!
It's an instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
With this one, it wraps it up in a nice red bow tie, and then you look back at the first film, The Force Awakens, you realise that everything has led to this moment. And for me, discussing that with JJ and talking to him about it creatively was something that was always a main topic for us, but something that I'm very, very excited about. You know, it felt nice to stand there with, and it's just me, Daisy, and Oscar. I'm kind of like, oh wow, like this is truly it. Like the three, you know, main characters in this story, and it's a blessing and an honor.
This episode 9, what JJ and Chris have done it's a monumental task. They've had to really find a way to encompass the entire Skywalker saga that's lasted for 40 plus years, and to find a way to meaningfully make it all feel both surprising and also inevitable. And I think that's exactly what they've done.
Oi!
The Force will be with you.
You're after something. Is it revenge? Money? Or is it something else? You look good. A little rough around the edges, but good.
Heard about a job. Big shot gangster putting together crew.
I'm a driver, and I'm a flyer. I waited a long time for a shot like this. What do you think?
This is a Star Wars film about rebels on the run. One of the things that struck me was that this film had to be natural. It had to be about characters putting their feet on natural surfaces. So I just felt like everything had to be coming from the right place, whether it be where the camera was placed, whether it be where the lighting was coming from. It all had to feel legitimate.
Let's go! Bradford is a tremendous artist. He has a fantastic style. And visually, he builds from character and story.
I think the beauty of Star Wars is that you don't want to try too hard. The simple, strong looks always work better.
We start in a world that is quite dark. This film brightens as the film goes on. So do the creatures, aliens, even the type of droids.
So glad we took this job!
That droid.
I definitely have the best clothes, I think. From the capes to the boots to the style. Everything's really cool.
This particular film has been the most costumes we've ever produced for a Star Wars film. We've made over 1,000 costumes for this.
You look phenomenal.
Well, I knew I was going to see you. This is beautiful. This is such an incredible piece of work.
The others. There's an attack coming from far away.
Not coming, Bruce. It's already here.
You have Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, and Cyborg. We built a pretty large set. This is supposed to be the remnants of a transit system that would run between Metropolis and Gotham, but it's sort of abandoned. So we had 3 separate environments built over there in London. One for the lower tunnel set, one for the catwalk that they jump across, and one for the machine room where Steppenwolf's holding the scientists hostage.
He's already here.
Yeah, you overlap your lander, and then you turn, you watch Batman land. Batman walks forward when he pushes Flash. We're close to about 50 feet off the ground, and it's tricky because one of our characters is on a wire because he fires his grapple gun and swings. So what you've got to do there is show that he's on a wire, which is what we always try not to do because you never want people to believe they're on a wire, if that makes sense, when they're doing something. Then our other character has to leap as if she's doing it all by herself and nothing's helped her. So that was quite an interesting process for us.
For this angle, don't go quite so low. If you go too low, I can't see it.
Steppenwolf and Parademons were all played primarily by stunt performers in performance capture suits, so then we had to replace them with CG versions of those characters.
What would you do? What would any of you be willing to do? Would you brave the weird and haunted shores at world's end to fetch back Witty Jack?
And action.
Granted, it tends to list support and has been known on occasion to frighten young women. But I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
Is that it? A black pearl? It's not very big.
Love, that is a dinghy. My vessel is magnificent and fierce and huge-ish and gone. Why is it gone?
Is that it there?
Yes, there it is. Did no one come to save me just because they missed me?
There was a time when a pirate was free to make his own way in the world. But our time is coming to an end.
Why should I sail with any of you? 4 of you have tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
There was an idea
To bring together a group of remarkable people.
to see if we could become something more. So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
How is this dude still alive?
He is not a dude. You're a dude. This is a man. A handsome, muscular man. I'm muscular.
Here we are on the set of Avengers. I've been lucky enough, along with other Guardians of the Galaxy, to join up with the Avengers and be here and get an opportunity to save the world.
Does it make you an Avenger now as well?
I don't know. I hope. Maybe like a third string Avenger, yeah.
I was one of the founding members, so.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, so he's huge.
You know, out of all of the people that I've had the good fortune to work with, these two particular guys and the triumvirate that we formed together, it's very special friendship and decade plus of time together.
Go team, yeah!
It's been this witnessing of like people's lives growing and changing. It's been a really cool experience.
Working with Lizzie has been really, really awesome. And I think there is something very powerful about being able to play women who do heroic things. And those women are so awesome, so we've had a really good time.
Hanging out with everyone on the set is one of the best parts of this job, actually, because it does have this kind of large, extended family feel.
I had a bit of a bucket list. I wanted to work with Prax. I thought he'd be good fun. Proven completely wrong on that front. He was arduous and boring and not particularly funny.
Boom!
Well, at first blanch, it's hard to know what to make of Cumberbatch. And then the more time I spent with him on and off set, I just kind of infatuated with this guy.
I was thinking, you know, the journey that Robert Downey Jr. has made, he's the godfather of all this.
It has literally been the adventure of a lifetime. I get a little misty thinking about it. So, you know, I lucked out.
God, seems like 1,000 years ago. I fought my way out of that cave, became Iron Man. Realized I loved you. I know I said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
The really unique thing about Endgame for Joe and I was that this movie was the ending.
Marvel and Kevin Feige have certainly done something singular in cinematic history. We really want to bring that same experience to the audience. We want them to feel the fullest range of emotion because we feel like that creates the most complete ending.
Our goal was to deliver an experience that felt like a very satisfying, surprising, yet fitting ending to this narrative that they've been following for these many years and these characters that they've loved for so long.
Avengers!
Assemble.
It's about as massive a production as you can mount. You really have to have an incredible team of collaborators that you're working with, so it's been a very special experience for us.
There's an energy here on set that comes from everybody's dedication and character and belief in what we're doing, and that what we're doing is important and matters to people. Everybody recognizes, I think, in the cast what an amazing opportunity these movies are. And they know that it's going to take everybody's best effort to pull them off properly. So the collaborative energy that every one of these actors brings to set every day is really remarkable and a big part of the magic of these movies.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap!
These are all people that for literally the last 7 years, uninterrupted, we have been collaborating with.
They've been like family to us. We're going to miss everyone.
This has been such a rare opportunity. It's the opportunity of a career. And I think we look at it like that, and I think everybody involved does. So this time that we've spent at Marvel is irreplaceable.
Yeah.
First day when he gives his speech at the party, I know all of us were kind of eager to be the audience and just to spectate and just watch him perform. And it was really exciting because it was really good and really intimidating.
And I was tangled in strings.
Spader knew what he was in for, and he went for it regardless, because he thought, if I'm going to do it, let me really do it.
It was terrible to put us on a set together. I just want everyone to know that now. Showed up at the studio, and they put me in a suit, and they had me go through a range of motion, very specific motions and movements and so on, which they captured with all these sort of sensors all over me and reference cameras all around me. And within 10 minutes, the sort of rough image of Ultron was on a screen, a monitor in front of me. I've outgrown you, Tony. I've evolved.
Performance capture is the entire performance, so you're filming an actor's entire role. It just happens to be a different bunch of cameras. But the actual nuances, all of the acting choices, you're authoring the role in exactly the same way that you would if you were playing a live action.
He and I got to do some stuff, and it's ridiculous. We're wearing these very unflattering suits, and I'm trying to explain to him, how it all works. But I was like, I'm working with James Spader. Look at you, Ruffalo. You really, pulled one over on the world.
Death lies before us as we sail to the fountain of youth. You could guide an expedition. You are Jack Sparrow.
Roll camera.
No, it's good. It's good.
Action. We have one!
Serena is played by Astrid Berge-Frisbee, who is this beauty. So when we were even casting the other mermaids, there needed to be an exotic sense to them, an otherworldly sensibility, but also under those layers, there's a deadly quality there, too.
Worse than sharks, boy. There'll be mermaids upon us within the hour, you mark my words.
What was interesting is we had 3 different sets of mermaids. We had the girls who actually had the lines and were gorgeous, and you saw them above the water. Then we had the women who were synchronized swimmers or Olympic swimmers. And then we had the doubles who did a lot of the other stunt work that the swimmers didn't do and the actors didn't do.
I didn't expect to be killing anybody or being evil, an evil mermaid, but it's gonna be awesome. We get to be really beautiful and then we get to be really scary.
So the first thing we're gonna do is get you in the pool.
I've always wanted to be a mermaid since I was a little girl.
We're just gonna show you some moves and we're gonna see how well you do.
As a little girl, I was very obsessed with Little Mermaid. It's really an honor to be able to fulfill that role.
I'm a mermaid, and Johnny Depp is a pirate. I mean, it's a dream come true.
How is it we can never meet without you pointing something at me?
There's the Jack I know. Fight to the bitter end!
You know that feeling you get when you're standing in a high place? Sudden urge to jump? I don't have it. Did everyone see that? Because I will not be doing it again.